I'd like to share a story today, very interesting story from 2 Samuel 16. And I'll read it to you. David had fled from his son Absalom and driven out of the city of Jerusalem. We see that in 15. And his servant Mephibosheth, you remember that part of the story. Mephibosheth was a relative of King Saul, Jonathan's son. And David gave him mercy, grace, 2 Samuel 9, fed him at his table, promised that he could eat at his table every day of his life. He was lame. When David fled, Mephibosheth's servant, Ziba, slandered him to David. And it says here, David was a little past the top of the hill, verse 1. Behold, Ziba, the servant of Mephibosheth, met him with a couple of asses saddled, and upon them 200 loaves of bread, 100 bunches of raisins, 100 summer fruits, and a bottle of wine. And the king said unto Ziba, What meanest thou by these? And Ziba said, The asses be for the king's household to ride on, and the bread and summer fruit for the young men to eat, and the wine as such as be faint in the wilderness. And the king said, Where is your master's son? And Ziba said unto the king, Behold, he abideth at Jerusalem, for he said, Today shall the house of Israel restore me the kingdom of my father. Then said the king to Ziba, Behold, thine are all that pertain unto Mephibosheth. And Ziba said, I humbly beseech thee, that I might find grace in thy sight, my lord, O king. So Ziba lied to David about Mephibosheth going to the other side in the conspiracy, that now my rights as a relative of King Saul to be king are being granted. This will work out that way. This is what Ziba said to David about Mephibosheth, but it wasn't true. So David returns, and this is in 2 Samuel 19, and David meets Mephibosheth. And Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, came down to meet the king. Verse 24, 2 Samuel 19:24. And had neither dressed his feet, nor trimmed his beard, nor washed his clothes from the day the king departed until the day he came again in peace. It came to pass when he was come to Jerusalem to meet the king, that the king said unto him, Wherefore wentest thou not with me, Mephibosheth? Why didn't you go with me? He answered, My lord, O king, my servant deceived me. For thy servant said, I will saddle me an ass, that I may ride thereon and go to the king, because your servant is lame. And he has slandered your servant unto my lord the king. But my lord the king is an angel of God. Do therefore what is good in thine eyes. Mephibosheth did not argue his case. He just said, excuse me, I've been slandered. But you are an angel of God. You can see through it. You can understand it. And you understand that, I have been for you. I have not trimmed my beard. I haven't washed my clothes. I've been waiting for your return. I am on your side. I am on your side. And the king said then, All of my father's house were but dead men before my lord the king. Mephibosheth said that. Yet didst thou set thy servant among them, and did eat at thine own table. What right, therefore, have I yet to cry any more unto the king? In other words, you've given me a table. You have taken care of me. I don't need anything. I'm happy you are back, he said. And the king said, Why speakest thou any more of your matters? I have said, Thou and Ziba divide the land. And Mephibosheth said unto the king, Yea, let him take all. For as much as my lord the king is come again in peace unto his own house. Mephibosheth was not suing for justice. Let Ziba, you gave him the inheritance that we read about in 2 Samuel 16, he can have it, but I'm glad you are back. That's all that I needed. You are back. Let him take all. It's fine with me. Let him take all. You are back. Let him take all. You are back. I don't need to talk any more of my matters. I have been slandered. I'm trusting you. The king said, well, then you and Ziba can divide the land. He said, no, it's fine. He can take all. I am glad you are back and you are king. And that's been in my heart. And can we say this in our lives? That we are happy that Jesus Christ is the King of Kings. And everything will be made right in his eyes. Everything will be fine because he is the King. And this is where our satisfaction and our peace comes from. We don't need to justify ourselves. There is a day coming when everything will be made right. And we are just glad that he is back, that he is the King, and everything will be right. And he will know our heart, and he knows our heart today, and he knows what is in our heart. May he teach us to love. And then we have our pastor's retreat. We're very happy. Last night we had Pastor Majek and Pastor Glenn and Pastor Steve DeVries. I spoke to Pastor Schaller this morning. He's in Mumbai, India. We are just very thankful for the prayers of the body, for the ministry of Christ to the world. Thank God for our time last night, and thank God for our next couple of days together, as we are simply glad that Jesus Christ is with us, and he is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Amen. God bless you.